Alright, so this is the first sample paper, which happens to be the same as the CBSE, what CBSE issued for practice. Now okay, so we'll go one by one and then you can tell me wherever you get stuck, you have doubts. So first question is, read the question. There's some misreading and that was the mistake. You have to find the ratio of product of the two numbers with the LCM. Ratio of that. So it is HCF basically. You have to find the HCF essentially. Okay. Okay, third one is it's parallel lines. So for parallel lines, it's not equal. You have the access to the question paper. If required, I would also share here. This is correct. Sixth question. There are some just a second. So seventh question was fifth question was to find the ratio. And what's the ratio in which the line segment this is divided by x-axis? So 2, 3, 5, 6. -3. X-axis. So for x-axis, you will have x, 0. So 0 is equal to ky2, right? Okay. Supposed to be y. Y is 0 on x-axis. Plus y1, k plus 1. So k into 6 plus y1 is -3 is equal to 0. K is equal to 1:2. ठीक है. Ten, 9, 8. Desist from changing the sequence of the questions. You could leave some space, 2, 3, 4, even more than what you expect that solution would take. And it's a recommendation for the rest of this thing also. And you get into two markers, 3 markers. So you just leave half a page or even one page, not a problem. But don't avoid switching the sequence. It's confusing for the teacher who's checking, and teachers also humans, and God forbid it's the fag end of the day and you understand the thing. So make it easier for the teachers. Hopefully your life would be a little better. 11th. Okay. 11th is you have to use the Pythagoras theorem, and I don't think there is issue with that, which you had in exam though. 13th. Hope you are referring to the question paper. You have that, right? Okay. Else it would be talking to the sun. If a pole 6 meter high casts shadow. Okay, come on. 60 degree. What's the issue here? 13th. What was the issue? 13th.
I think I took the ratio wrong.
See, probability, application of trigonometry, these are the topics that we want. It will be the last thing that should get wrong. 22 by 46. You didn't subtract. Okay, probability. Be careful. You can write the outcomes. Mohita asked me yesterday, we had a discussion. So, do we need to write the outcomes for probability questions? Yes, we need to write. So, and we need to write the favorable outcomes also. So, write them separately. It would make your life easier. It's a lot easier for the teacher. 18, 19, 20. Okay. And I suggest you that write the option A, B, C, D, as well as the values which you're already doing. So that's correct way to do it. Okay, 21. Fine. Okay. This probably everyone did this wrong. This 25th question. Just see if you get it now. Let me share the diagram. Oh, it was for 2 marks, really? Okay, might be. It's a very easy question. So, this whole thing is 14. This is 3. This is 3. This is 8. And if you notice, what is this? This would be the square. And square side is basically the 2r. And this is r. This is 2r. This is r. So 4r is equal to 8. And then r is 2. And then the rest of the things are. How did you get? You got it right? No. Calculation somewhere, something. So for surface area, the best tip I have is to simplify and not calculate. I would come to this in a bit after once we discuss this. Okay, I will tell you right now because it would be relevant. See, what's happening is first is drawing and marking. Draw the diagram and mark it. And I mean everything, every word here. Please do the same things. Write in words. Write equation in words. What do I mean by that? CSA of hemisphere plus CSA of cone is this. Total area is this. So, or you can mark part 1, part 2, area 1, area 2 like that also. So write that, and once you're done with that, CSA of, then write the formula and simplify. Don't yet calculate it. Simplify. Yeah. Even after substituting the values, still simplify. Don't yet rush to the final values. And then you do the calculations. Okay. So for the most part, these 2 steps would solve 75% of the heavy lifting. So these are very important things. And same goes for the 3rd chapter, word problems. We equate that 100 kilometer remember that question, 100 kilometer between A and B, 2 points, it's a gap of A 100 kilometers, and then the cars travel to A to C and B to C. So there also the point was, the not difficult but still difficult part was AB plus BC is equal to AC. So if you get this thing very clearly, which is the second point, the rest of the things are kind of become so easy. So we are equating distance there, and that's why we are picking this up. And again, for third chapter, don't ever equate speed, just equate time or distance. You will save a lot of trouble for yourself. And in these questions, try to continue with fractions. Suppose you get 3.5, radius is 3.5. Avoid using 3.5 because it's getting multiplied, right? So just take it in the fraction form, and keep these numbers with zeros. Just keep them intact for the last. Don't cancel it out, else you will get 3.5 again. There's no point, So back to square one. So avoid that. Okay, this is clean. Okay, so this is interesting. I have seen a lot of students not bothering learning elimination method for some odd reasons. It has become, substitution has become the go-to method, which is not supposed to be. It should be elimination. Try it a bit, because suppose you get that, trigonometry questions, x plus y is 60 degree, x minus y is equal to 30 degree. Why you go into substitution? 2x is equal to 90, x is equal to 45. And even other linear equations questions also. So this is going to help elimination. Okay, you tried something. So spend some more time. That's what I could suggest. It's okay, but spend some more time. Did I mark you and give you the questions for this, for trigonometry? Prove that questions from worksheet and previous year questions?
I don't think so. I think you gave for surface area one.
Okay. In that case, if I forget, remind me. I will be sending to everyone. So, 10-15 questions from the worksheet, basically NCERT and Exemplar, and 10-15 questions from the previous year questions. It might be 20-25 also. So just do them 2-3 times and it should save you some trouble. Prove that is, the toughest topic of the 10th syllabus. So it's never done. Okay, this is good. Writing the variables, people start with this step 24 by 18 minus x, and everyone is wondering what is going on. So good. And you messed up with a plus minus here, minus, and okay, you got it flipped. It is okay. There is a device called pencil and scale, so please use it. In statistics also, you did that question, a previous question. You're trying to, some students were not able to get it. They had to make this 2 more columns here. So even that could be avoided somehow. Just see, you could avoid rough on this specific question.
Yeah. No, actually, what happened is during the direct test, my time management was very bad, so I couldn't complete.
We're coming to that.
everything.
I have PPT prepared especially for you. I'm coming to that. We'll do that. Time management is always priority management. So we'll see what to prioritize. Section 1 or section D or E.
In school exams, I start with section D and then continue section C, section B, like that.
What do you do for first 15 minutes? Okay, we'll discuss. I'm coming to that. Okay. Okay, some thing was going on. Where are the values? Fi is okay. Where are the values? What is going on? Huh? Class interval should be marked.
Class.
Mark everything. That's how you pick 50. So before, canceling it out, maybe make clear for the teacher, what's going on. And you have to find the mode. You missed that part. Okay, this nearly 95% did this mistake. It's often overlooked thing. Units. Okay, we have to find SN. Again, it was tricky. I read the question. It was kind of tricky. I could do, but a couple of more students did this AN value. So in this coordinate geometry, a lot of students have come up with, they're saying midpoint has to be used. You have that equidistant questions. This point is a point P is equidistant from A and B. So what is going on exactly is, if it is midpoint of A and B, then it is this point for sure. But if it is equidistant, then it is not P. It might be P. It is one of the points is P. It is not exactly this. So it could be AQ also. This Q point. So AQ is equal to QB. And that's how we have to proceed with that. It is not assumed that it is these three are collinear points. And there are not only one point. There is infinite set of points, which is basically this perpendicular bisector equation. We have this question, x plus y is equal to 2, something like that. So that's a line that would be equidistant from these 2 points at the same time. So all these points are equidistant from AB. So one thing is this, you have to decide where, if it is collinear, then you have to use midpoint formula. Good if you get that. But if it is not, like in parallelogram, they are collinear. Na? O is going to be DOB is collinear, AOC is collinear, no problem. But for this case, equidistant, you have to be little careful. And I'm saying something. In parallelogram questions also, you might use distance formula as well as midpoint formula. Opposite sides are equal for parallelogram. So use diagonals, bisect. That is better. In only one question at the fag end of the chapter, you are using that opposite sides are equal to find the missing P value or K value. But for most of the other questions, you need to use midpoint formula. That works. Diagonals are not equal in parallelogram. Diagonals are not equal in parallelogram. They are only equal in rectangle and square. Let me write it. Diagonals are equal in only, not for rhombus, not for parallelogram. They do bisect for every case though. Even parallelogram, rectangle, square, everything, they bisect. So, okay. Okay, we're done. So now you tell me what you think was missing from your end. I told what I feel.
I just think that I could have practiced more questions in the ordering and the time that I took every question. Like some questions I took a lot, especially the statistics question where you had to find FIXR of that. I took a lot of time there.
Okay, glad that you brought it up. In statistics, if you're finding mean, it is very mean to use direct method. It's better to use assumed mean or the step deviation. That's the purpose of that. I Mohita and 2-3 other people, they have use direct method, and probably they lost good amount of time there, 10-15 minutes or so, and with the risk of getting it wrong. That's the bigger risk. You spend some time to get it, 5 marks, okay, happy. By mistake, 1 plus minus, and that happened. Some values got changed, and I don't give marks, neither does the the CBSE teacher. Okay, so in statistics, writing the values clearly would help. Keep some space if you want. Write neatly. Your handwriting is okay. I mean, better than couple of students. It's like, a second, third grade student doing it, and it's nightmare for both the parties. Still, so spacing is okay. I mean, that's just fine. So spacing in the statistics, writing values clearly, that helps, because you need that mental clarity also. So, and that could save. Write formulas, of course I can't mention that enough. Formulas, students writing a plus sigma fi di by sigma fi, and I'll not tell the name. This was the formula written by that student, and it led to what it leads to. Use pencil scale. Your diagrams size is okay, but I mean, size is okay. Use pencil. Other students, they are making smaller diagrams. Even you have to use a microscope to see the points, vertices. So. Okay, so yeah, so this is sorted. Let us. I have few important things to share.